Well, we have disappointed our listeners again.
I am disappointed.
We missed a week.
I know.
Life happened
did we not
so
promise,
bad.
Did we not promise that it wasn't going to happen again? Or we would try hard?
Yeah. This time of the year might be a little hard. From our
I think we've proved
October.
that by not recording this past time.
Yeah. So sorry. We'll try not to.
We had a fall festival.
Had a fall festival.
That occupied a lot of time.
A lot of time. My job gets really busy from here on out.
Mm-hmm.
In a way, kind of. It used to. I'm not involved in it as much as I used to be. I got kind of cut out a little bit, maybe.
Nah.
Yeah.
You're involved.
Yeah.
It's good not to be as involved sometimes, though.
I miss it.
Because you were 100% in it, and then I got dragged into it. So I'm like, don't be too mad about it.
By association.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, we had the fall festival. Great turnout.
Really good turnout.
It was fun.
I kept thinking in my mind 1,200 is the number I had for the people that showed up.
I think they're saying more around 1,000.
Yeah. But I think between the ones that didn't register, because you had a bunch of people.
Sorry, I got sick this week too.
Did you? There's people that didn't register. We're going by the numbers that registered and maybe tried to add more to it, I guess, for the ones that didn't register.
Yeah. So
I tried to count cars, after we were parking them up there.
So you were the parking team.
Yeah. And it just kept flowing, never ending. Never got out of the field. Never stepped away from the field.
I was the trunk or treat team.
I was telling Josh and Spencer. You all right over there? Okay. I was telling Josh and Spencer that at one point when it kind of slowed down a little bit, I had Nicholas come over and kind of take my spot, and I was going to go try and do a quick count on the cars. And I got over there, and they asked me how many I got to, and I said 32, and I quit. Because I was like, there's no way I can count this. 30 is what was in one row. We'd had it to where it was actually going to be, that'd have been right. But at one time, I just estimated at one time like 300 cars we had up there. They just kept flowing in.
And every car probably had
like 4 people. At
least 2.
Well, I'm going to say 3.
Okay, 3. Because you got 2 parents and a... Yeah.
So it was
So
great.
That was fun.
And nobody knows how to follow directions when we're trying to pull them into a field to park. Coming off of a major road, it was a disaster.
It wasn't that bad.
Well, you weren't up there. It shouldn't have, it should not have been.
You needed big signs.
That's what Walter said. You all right?
Sorry, yeah. I just can't. I don't know.
Walter said the funniest thing. He said, do you think Noah had as much trouble getting the animals into the ark as we're having getting the people into the
That's a good one.
into the field?
That's a good one.
Because it was ridiculous at some time. Yeah.
That's good. So that was our life last week and this past weekend.
It's amazing how you spend so much time trying to prepare and get something like this done, and it lasts 3 hours.
And we didn't prepare as long as some of them did.
No. Oh, like what I do is like last minute.
Yeah.
Like maybe a couple of days before. My main thing was the field had to get cut before I could do anything. So, mowed, I guess you'd say.
Mowed it down.
Mowed it down. And then we had to go in there and try and make some lanes and do some spray painting and stuff like that. So that was kind of like the day before, a full day, kind of. But then the day of, you got all the jumps being delivered, food trucks coming in. They're, getting everybody lined out on where tables go and chairs go. So they did a wonderful job with all that.
Something different we had this year was the horse carriage.
That's right. I keep forgetting about the horses. Belgian,
yeah,
horses.
Yeah,
it was Belgian something horses.
Mm-hmm. And you got to listen to the gospel presentation.
Yeah. So it said if it was...
We could drop that on here one day this week.
Yeah, we'll do that.
The prodigal
When
son.
we drop this, we're recording this on a Friday, and I might drop this right when we get done. I edit it, and I might just send it out there.
You think I'm going to turn around and do another one?
And then you might have to do another one.
If you take me to the no, not the Dairy Queen. Hold on. Let me think about it a minute. Little Debbie. How'd I get Dairy Queen? Little Debbie.
Well,
if you take me to the Little Debbie part tomorrow, I will record.
Well, let's just go ahead and get the 2 recordings under our belt, and then we'll decide about the Little Debbie part.
No, that is my second one. I'm telling you, I will record.
I'm not going to drive 3 hours, I don't think.
We told the people we're going.
It's not over with. I mean, it's not like we're never going to go.
I'll drive.
Just
you don't got to
because
drive.
we're not going to go tomorrow.
I'll drive.
Anyway, back to the horses and the carriage, which I called a trailer.
Yeah, it wasn't really a carriage, I don't guess.
Yeah, I mean, a wagon. It was a big, but I still call it a trailer because of the length of it. But it was a wagon.
It was cool.
But I think they said...
There's a duck family.
Yep. Looking at those ducks. I can't see them. I got my glasses on. I can't see them down there because I planned on reading something. They said if it was just kids, I think around 40.
Yeah.
But with the adults and all that, like maybe 30, something like that. So, it held a lot of people.
It stayed full the whole time, too.
So we had the prodigal son story that lasted 12 minutes. That's about the amount of time that the carriage ride took. And it was just a presentation that was pre-recorded, and it was very good.
It's real good. Y'all done a good job on it.
So, if it works out...
If I sniff, I'm sorry, but...
Yeah. If it works out, we'll try and put that out there. You just have to keep in mind when we put that out there as an episode that it is related to a hayride, and it's giving you directions at the beginning of it.
Yeah.
Keep your hands inside, where to look as it's going, that kind of thing. So that's what it is. But the story is what.
That's the main point of it. It's the story.
So
that's good.
It's very good. Yeah, everybody that was part of the story did a good job.
Yeah. So that was last week.
And I'm just glad to say there
this
really
week
was
we're
nothing
just trying
going.
To recover.
Yeah. Because you got to think after the fall festival.
Oh, we had that other meeting.
After the fall festival, it wasn't just like, all right, head to the house.
Oh, yeah, you got to clean up.
Oh, I had to pick, and we're talking night, 8 o'clock at night, picking up cones and trash and, and everybody doing their own thing. Me and Nicholas had a trailer up in there, getting the cones while other people had a truck going around picking up tables and chairs and putting them back, where they go, and had to help the guy with the jumps and garbage. And, you're doing another transformation back to normal. So, yeah. But we do a wonderful job as a church.
Oh, yeah.
A church
Everybody
event.
jumps in.
Yeah, we make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
We have so many volunteers that help. We make it happen, and then we get afterwards, we get it cleaned up. Can't even tell. We had it. The signs are down, everything.
Yep.
So the next day, it just business as usual, I guess you could say.
Except we had to get ready for a meeting.
That's right. We had a
associational church
Baptist
meeting.
Association meeting for the county.
Yeah.
So,
Y'all hear Nicholas hollering?
I think Call of Duty, the new Call of Duty came out or something like that. Everybody's talking about. So I know he was involved in that too.
Mm-hmm. So, we done with that?
I am.
Fall Festival?
Yeah. I'm like I said, nothing. We're just smooth sailing this week.
This week has been, yeah, I guess so.
Well, no, you had, yeah.
Yeah. I just hadn't felt good this week.
Well, you got all
Darn
this.
head cold.
Well, this dry weather.
Yeah.
If you go out there, like if you cut grass or if you blow leaves or anything like that, you're blowing all this dust up and all that stuff. And so, yeah.
I've got its drainage or something.
Well, there's some allergies going around too.
Yeah.
Right now, or whatever's out.
Does that make your body hurt too?
Probably not, but
it don't hurt like it did at the beginning of the week.
I'd always say first thing when it's body aches, I just say, well, age. That's the first thing. I'm talking about myself.
There you go, because you're older.
Then the next thing is if my head or whatever does hurt, then I might think, well, this might be some kind of cold thing. But the number one thing is age.
No.
Or did I overdo it the day before? And normally that's not no.
You overdo it every day. Anyway.
Anyway.
So I got a question for you.
Uh-oh.
I didn't prep you for it either.
No, because you came in here like nothing. Hey, I told you like 4 or 5 things, ideas to talk about, and you just shot me down and said, nope. Mine was like news related.
I don't like news.
I know, but I want to cover some topics. This wasn't like the presidential race. I wasn't going to talk about nothing like that.
We should go live during the election.
No, that ruined it for me.
Oh yeah,
because I can't concentrate. I might be a bundle of nerves. I might not say a word. I might.
You'll just hear silence.
No, if we record during that, you might hear me cuss. You never know, depending on the way it goes.
Anyway,
I doubt that.
All right. So
she said,
we used to travel a lot. Not a lot, but
we did.
More than we do now. When we was in our 30s, 20s and 30s, it wasn't nothing for us to pick up on the weekend and go somewhere.
Yeah, but I wouldn't just say like travel, because that sounds like we hop a plane and head a couple of states over.
My travel is in the car going to another state.
Yeah.
One state.
Like a weekend getaway.
Yeah. So
she said,
Jody always has to have candy. What's your favorite travel candy?
Have we not talked about this?
What's your favorite travel candy?
I'd say Lemonheads.
Or Red Hots. I couldn't decide which you would say.
Hots.
Lemonheads or Red Hots.
But I think with Lemonheads, I could eat more. I could probably overdose on Lemonheads, have some kind of diabetic coma, something happen. If it gets to where it starts tearing your mouth up.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's a plus. That's what keeps me from going overboard. So
we would always get us a snack bag.
Yeah.
Candy bag.
But I think that's mainly on the ride back, because it helps me stay awake. I get very sleepy when I drive, especially
nice
coming back.
I usually just sleep, so I guess I never knew.
Yeah, you don't ever hear me hit God's braille on the side of the road.
Yeah. So that was my question.
Or combos. Yeah, would you rather have like candy or just like a snack? Because there's just not. I wouldn't get like a bag of chips and eat going down the road.
You have. But not most of the time.
Not saying that I haven't ever done it. I'm just saying normally I wouldn't.
I don't know. It depends on if we've eat. I guess, but I think I'm probably more of a candy girl. I like the candy. I even like candy better than chocolate. Like, I'd rather have candy.
Oh, yeah. Like,
I have a bag of Sour Patch Kids right here.
Yeah.
I can't remember what they were called, so I had to read it.
But isn't Sour Patch, isn't that all gummy type?
Yeah.
They don't have any kind of hard candy, do
they? Mm-mm. Sour Patches are gummy sour.
No, that kind of gummy's okay. I don't like gummy bears and gummy worms. That's a different, to me, type of gummy.
Well, I mean, I think it's because you got the sugar on these.
Yeah. And
gummy bears and gummy worms, you don't. It's just that straight gummy.
Yeah, but it seems like the texture of the gummy is more.
Jelly beans? That's different than gummy.
Yeah. I like jelly beans.
I mean, they're gummy, but it's not like gummy.
Ever since Sweet Tarts went with like gummy.
Oh, Sweet Tarts.
I mean, the jelly beans and all that.
Yeah, Sweet Tart jelly beans. Those are our favorite, aren't they? I fill that candy jar up 2 or 3 times when those things are out.
What about for Halloween, though? I think
we only got candy corn one time because I couldn't find it.
I know, but I haven't ate a single piece of candy corn.
I told you it was over there.
I never even think about the little dish that we have. I
tell him these things are everywhere. I'm like, you got honey buns in the cabinet. You got brownies in the refrigerator, in the cabinet. You got cookie dough in the refrigerator. And it sits there for 2 weeks, and I finally give up and start eating it.
I don't know. I don't ever think about it. I've gotten where I'm snacking a little bit more than I normally do, but I just never...
used to snack all the time.
Well, I know.
We used to eat supper, and then you'd get a bowl of cereal.
Yeah. I could always eat a bowl of Lucky Charms after we ate a meal. I don't know why.
Back in our 20s.
That sounds terrible on the stomach. You know? Go eat you a big old thing.
You're not young anymore.
Eat you a big old thing of spaghetti and then go get you some milk and some Lucky Charms.
Yeah.
That's nasty now.
Yeah. So that's what I got for you. What's your candy of choice?
I like that. But back to the whole Halloween candy.
Halloween candy.
What the individually wrapped, it's wrapped in like, I'd call it wax paper. It's like the peanut butter, the orange and the black individually wrapped. Isn't it peanut butter?
Is it peanut butter? It's different, though.
But it's cheap. Isn't it that? Wasn't that always like the cheapest candy you could get?
I didn't used to like it, but I like it.
Well, that's what I said. I said, I don't like it, but I don't think I've ever tried it. I think I just had the mindset that I didn't like it.
I don't think it's like straight, like, I don't know.
Because I think
I had one the other day.
I think
That's
as a kid, because I'm basing on it being young, seeing it. And I think as a kid, since it didn't have like a label, a brand name, Snickers or something on it, I guess in my mind, I just thought it was terrible. Or maybe it was like that taffy type stuff. Maybe it was just something that just didn't appeal to me
at
the time.
Taffy?
I do, but I'm just saying at a young, you know how your taste changes when you're young. There's just
I
certain
like onions
now,
and I didn't used to.
Well, you better not go to McDonald's and get the onions on the quarter pounder because you might get E. coli.
Well, I don't visit McDonald's.
Well, I'm just saying because that's in the news.
But where did I visit the other day?
A place that we're supposed to be boycotting.
We're supposed to boycott, but I can't help it. And their burgers are so good sometimes.
I know, but I've been.
He has not gone back.
I have not, and I'm not going back.
So I went back.
To no Burger King. We had a bad experience at this one. Terrible.
2 years ago.
Terrible.
And those people probably ain't even there.
Well, I'm sure they're not, and they shouldn't be.
So
but anyway, from that moment on, it's not that I'm not setting foot in that establishment. I'm not setting foot in any Burger King.
Well,
ever.
I did. And I do. So I was at Burger King the other couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, not quite, but yeah.
Yeah. And I'm just like, these boys can eat some burgers. So I can't go to Freddy's and buy them 3 burgers a piece because that's $50 at Freddy's. But Freddy's has got some good burgers. So I go to Burger King. And I guess I just had the wrong mindset. I get up there and I said, well, first of all, they had some new menu items. And I like to try new things. Some kind of cheese something maybe. I don't remember what they were. But I asked them for two items that were on there. They didn't have the first one. I said, okay, well, let me try this one. Oh, I'm sorry. We don't carry that one either. You don't have it or you don't carry it? We don't carry it. I said, but it's right here on your menu. I said, forget it. And I told her that. I said, just give me 6 junior bacon cheeseburgers.
And?
Did you get what I just said?
I did. I was going to let it sink into somebody else. But go back to you said 2 items that
yeah, 2 items that were like new items or like they're limited time items or something. And they were just like little snack items, some kind of cheese. I don't remember what it was. Hot chicken fries or.
So she didn't say that they were out of it. They just
she said we don't carry that. And I'm like, it's right here on your menu.
You might need to get the magic marker and scratch that off the menu then, right?
So then I said, well, just give me 6 junior bacon cheeseburgers.
Did she say, all right? Or did she say, excuse me?
I just sat there a minute.
And you couldn't figure out why,
and I'm
right?
like, hello? And a guy came back on and said, okay, so you just want regular bacon cheeseburgers? I said, yeah.
And you didn't think nothing.
I thought nothing about it until I got home. And I'm like.
And then people might not realize that you saying that's Wendy's.
That is Wendy's. Yeah. Junior bacon cheeseburger.
Right, that you tried to order at
That
Burger
I tried to order at Burger King. How many times you done that?
Never, because I don't go through drive-thrus.
That's true. If we go through a drive-thru, I order. Yeah. Jody drives and
That's
I
order. That's the thing. That's funny. But you know what? I've met a guy. I told you about it. That we were talking. Me and him are very similar with a lot of stuff. And he told me he hates drive-thrus, and if he ever goes through it, that his wife orders across. He's driving, so she speaks across. And I'm like, that's the same thing I do. So I thought that was funny.
I hate going in. I'd rather go through the drive-thru.
Why? I'd rather go in.
I don't.
See, that's opposite for me. I don't like being around a lot of people. I don't like.
Why do you like to go in?
Yeah, I don't like. I'm not a social butterfly.
But you have 2 podcasts.
To me, it seems like, I don't know.
For the guy that never talks.
Yeah, it looks like to me, it's more of a hassle to go inside. I'm doing just the opposite of everything that I stand for.
Right.
Why is that?
I don't know. So, yeah, that's my stories. Junior bacon cheeseburger at Burger King. They don't have those, by the way.
But you got what they have.
Whatever they got. Y'all got...
Is that not a rodeo burger? They used to... In that,
I don't know.
I thought a cheeseburger or a burger with bacon on it was a rodeo burger.
I don't know.
That they used to have.
Junior bacon cheeseburger sounds good right now.
It does.
If we use DoorDash...
you used to get it pretty cheap.
Yeah, for like $1,
yeah.
right?
And now it's like...
Probably $3.
Oh, yeah.
At least.
They
have those dollar menus anymore?
Can't find those anywhere. Unless you want like a sweet tea, a large sweet tea.
They're not $1. They're $1.50.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I think it's just drinks now. They sometimes offer for $1.
Yeah.
Any size for, that you're not going to...
Let me tell you something else.
Tell me. Is it just for me or are you going to tell everybody?
I'm going to tell everybody. Everybody. The last 2 weeks, I have tried to go get a cookies and cream milkshake from our local Jack's, and they're out of cookies and cream. Is there some kind of recall?
Well, they get their stuff from Bluebell, so it'd have to be from a Bluebell issue.
Well, it's been like 2 weeks. I know you get a delivery in 2 weeks from them.
Yeah, they go like twice a week.
Yeah. There's no cookies and cream.
It's the big 5-gallon
right.
drum or whatever bucket that they deliver to.
There's no cookies and cream. I was very disappointed. Then, when we got those...
Sometimes these things happen,
I don't know, but for 2 weeks.
Well,
Then we got those $6 meals that Jack's does, and I wanted they have a pot pie, and it's made kind of like like a lemon pie or an apple pie, the way, it's a long, like, I don't know if people know what I'm talking about. But, so I ordered a pot pie. Oh, I think I did this for lunch. I didn't do this when we got those meals. And so that was my lunch. I got that and a salad. And I get here and I'm eating my salad, and then I open my pot pie and I bite into it. It's strawberries and cream.
Yikes.
That was very disappointing when you're thinking you're getting something hearty.
I
like you're getting vegetables and chicken. And,
and you're eating something sweet.
And I'm like, what? Oh, I've been disappointed with Jack's here lately.
Yeah, that's why I'm not going back for a while.
Yeah, you had bad experience too, huh?
Yeah, last 2 times. Well, last time it was just insanely...
slow.
Yes.
Is that what you said?
And then I got overlooked with my order.
Oh, yeah.
Darn it. So that...
Then you dropped your fries.
Then I dropped my fries in the floorboard when I got in the truck, and that just set me all off. I was like, dadgummit.
See, you should have just ordered the drive-thru.
Maybe I should have. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Well, maybe that's what they were doing. Maybe they were just servicing everybody in the drive-thru. That's what it seemed like, because I only had 2 people in front of me, and I was in there for 25 minutes.
Oh, I can't believe you stayed.
Yeah.
I cannot believe you stayed.
I'd already paid.
Oh. Still. All right. That might be
And then they got my name wrong. Cody.
Oh, Cody.
Well, she called me Cody when I went up there and said, hey, I said, the people that's ordered after me, I said, seem to be getting their food before me. I said, I think I'm getting overlooked. And the lady that's working at the register, she was older. She wasn't real good on the register, so I'm thinking 2nd day, 3rd day on the job. But then somebody else came over and looked at their little screen up there, and she said, are you Cody? So I'm assuming, I just thought, well, they did my name wrong, because they usually call me Joey or spell my name or whatever. And I said, yeah. And then so they started getting it together.
Cody.
Yeah, but I looked on the screen and it said Jody, so she just looked at it wrong. And then I was like, my goodness.
My goodness. So.
But it is where I could get it at. It's convenient.
Yeah.
Especially
that's
a couple
the whole
of days.
Thing.
Yeah, at least
it's convenient
on
for
Monday,
us.
I'm right there at it. Right around lunch. I could get in and get out. But the problem is I can't get in and get out because you can get in.
Right.
But you ain't going to get out with your food.
Right.
At least not. And I understand the whole thing about being shorthanded and all that, and I get it. I get it. But, I'm done for a while.
You're done?
Yeah. I guess you got a text message.
Well, I'm going live in my VIP group later, and I feel like nobody has seen it, so I was trying to bump it up.
Well, we're podcasting right now.
But I know. Okay, I'm done. Let's go. All right. What you got over there?
Oh, I'm spent out. You wouldn't let me talk about any of my news stories, so I was letting you control
so it's still me?
Yeah.
Oh, what you want to talk about?
Space. Did you see the rocket that came down? SpaceX, about a week and a half ago, that the booster rocket that took them up, it came back down backwards, I guess you could say. It almost looked like it was in reverse, and they call it chopsticks, the little tower that it shot off of or whatever, came back down and it caught it. It was unbelievable. It looks fake.
Probably is.
No, that's not fake.
You sure?
Oh, yeah. What would it be like to be Elon Musk right now?
I don't know, but he sent me a message the other day.
Yeah, he's always sending you something on TikTok or something. Yeah. He's a busy guy.
Well, apparently
think about it. Tesla? I'm not talking about the fake account you're talking about. Tesla?
Oh, we seen a Tesla truck yesterday. That thing's just ugly.
I saw it during Fall Festival. I saw it drive by. It is ugly. Yeah.
Ugly.
So he's got Tesla. You got Starlink.
We're about to get attacked.
Does everybody hear that cat? We got a cat that's about to get attacked. Listen. SpaceX, Starlink, Tesla, and then all of his other stuff he's got. What about Starlink?
What about it?
You know anything about Starlink?
I know that it costs over $400.
$429 for the hardware, tax, and all. Get it set up, and then it's $110 a month for
that ain't no different
for
from what
them
we got
to be
now.
your internet provider.
And you looked it up, and it says when it rains, it might not work. So it ain't no different than anything else.
Yep. It says rain can affect your service, and also I heard that heavy cloud cover could do it.
Well, we have cloud all the time.
I know. Now if it said $50 a month,
maybe
I'd be like, you know what, this might be worth it. But then I'd have to definitely go in and look at reviews and all that just to make sure. But the good thing about it is you can take it anywhere. You're out on a boat, you can take it camping, in your car, anything like that. So that's the good thing about it. So you can get internet access wherever. So if you're one of these people that goes on these hunting trips,
if it works, though. What if it didn't work out there?
Well, it will.
You sure?
Yeah, unless apparently if it's heavy rain or heavy cloud cover. I think I'm not. It's just an isolated. It's like anything else. You get mad when, when back in the day when you had cable and your cable would go off for, 10 minutes. But how often did that happen? Not very often. So, but the way I look at it, that's not an option. $110 a month is not a good option.
No. No better than what we got now.
Well, it's worse. Is it not?
Yeah, not by much. Jody's giving out on me over there.
Well, I'm just listening to you making all that noise with that. If you'd leave that microphone alone.
I can't help it.
Well, stop touching it.
I can't because
Well, stop moving it around.
It's back here and I can't get
Well,
close
lean
to
into it.
No, my back will hurt. I'll let it aggravate you.
Well, we're outside again, of course. If you can hear the crickets and all the wildlife, it's dark.
There's no more action on the lake anymore.
No, it's gotten cool enough to where, like on the weekends, you will have some boats out there. There's a few people that you see, being hauled behind the boat and stuff like that. But the water is getting cool. And the nighttime is cool, definitely. Mornings are cold.
I'm sitting out here with a blanket.
Yeah, it's cooled off. I've gotten to where now that it's getting here, I'm ready for summer to be back. I just don't like cold weather.
I don't like cold weather, but I don't like hot either. I'm in the middle.
I guess. Where could you go? Where's the perfect place for the perfect climate year round?
Is there? Really?
I asked you first.
I asked you. Peach Pokio Miyako?
Yeah. I don't know. I think there's always a trade-off wherever you go. Kind of like now you see like Florida, you might have good weather, but you have to deal with hurricanes and that kind of stuff. Us, you have to deal with tornadoes.
Mm-hmm.
Go to California, deal with wildfires and earthquakes. But you don't have to deal with hurricanes. Or snow. Unless you're up on the mountains. And now you shut down.
I was thinking. I hear the noise and I wasn't moving and you were blaming me for the noise, but I don't think that was me.
Pretty sure it is. See? That's you. That's not me.
That's not me. I'm not moving.
There's no noise coming from anywhere right now. Because you're being very still.
No, I'm not. I'm moving. That's you.
Oh, my goodness.
You gotta love us. You gotta love us, folks.
All right, I guess that's it.
We wrapping her up?
I reckon so.
I didn't let you talk about nothing you wanted to talk about.
You shut it. No, you didn't. So.
What'd you want
and
to
you
talk
ain't
about?
You ain't saying nothing over there, so I'm shutting it down.
What did you want to talk about?
Oh, it's too late now. I can't go 30 minutes into it and then start talking about a topic.
Why?
You need to, like, what you do is you go into, you got small talk, whatever, 5 or 10 minutes
We
leading
had
up,
small
and
talk.
then bam, then you go into your topic. Not 30 minutes and then go into it.
Well, that was your problem.
Because what if I had 30 minutes or 45 minutes worth of a topic to talk about? Now it would be over an hour.
To be continued.
Yeah. It's too late for that.
Oh, sorry.
To be continued? No.
Well, guess what? Next time we record, I'm just going to sit over here and not say a word, and you can just have it.
You do that? We can do that.
Yeah. So, I'll stay inside, and you just
or you
record
just
by
want me
yourself.
you want me to do solo?
There you go. I think you want to do it anyway.
Why do you say that?
I don't know.
I try and come up with a topic, and you're like, absolutely
I don't like topics.
not.
I just want to go at it.
What?
I don't like topics. Do people like topics?
I think so.
How do you know? Did you ask them?
I'm pretty sure
They won't
topics are the way
respond
to
to
go.
us. They won't tell us if they want a topic.
That's fine.
Well,
There's a very small percentage of people that actually comment or do anything when it comes to social media.
I know.
Most people just listen, or like even when it's Instagram or a
it's called
TikTok or
it's
whatever.
called out in the hall. They're waiting out in the hall, and they don't come in and talk.
Everybody
So they're just in the hall.
You just swipe. Nobody hits that like and then swipe. Well, I'm just saying a very small percentage, just like the comments and stuff like that, or leaving an email with anything like this, just that small. And it's usually the ones that's got something bad to say.
Yeah.
You know, that'll do it. So
Yeah.
that's the way you look at it. It ain't like people don't care or nothing like that. It's just people don't do it.
I need you to do
I get it.
I need to feel wanted.
Well, talk to you people.
I tried.
Tell them.
I tried.
Well, tell them. There's the microphone. Tell them.
I did.
Okay.
Comment, like, share,
Follow. Notify.
ask us some questions. Give us some topics.
Tell a friend. Tell a coworker. We just need you to go on where? Spotify?
I don't know.
And hit follow. You don't even know, do you?
No.
You don't know where
Wherever
we're at.
you get your podcast at.
Amazon Music, Apple
Maybe.
Podcasts, iHeart, 6 or 7 more.
All them you podcast people.
That's the number. That's the top, 4?
All right, guys. Thanks for joining this hot mess this week. I'll let Jody have it next week.
You think?
When he tells
they
me
can't trust nothing we say. We can be like, all
you're
right,
right.
yeah, Jody's going to go solo next week. And then next week comes and then nothing happens. Or we'll both be together and won't say anything
Well,
about
if you're going solo, then you can do it whenever you want to do it.
No, you said I'm going solo.
If you'd take me to the Little Debbie part.
I don't like the whole spontaneous thing.
It's not spontaneous because we've been talking about it for months.
Right, but we didn't plan. We just said one day, and then you come like 8 hours from now, you want to leave. I'm not leaving in 8 hours heading to Nashville.
I don't like to plan. Is that where it's at?
Yeah, no. Outside of Nashville.
Oh, okay.
I think 20 minutes.
I don't like to plan. Just get up and go.
Okay.
That's where we're at in our lives. We don't have to plan anymore. We can just get up and do it whenever we want to.
Why do you say that?
Because we're in that season where we ain't got to do anything for anybody else. Uh-oh, bless you. He's getting it now.
I had to mute my mic because I felt it coming on.
Glad you muted that.
Goodness. I got it. I'll start talking like this right here.
Okay. Yeah, so we're in that season. We don't have no kids to worry about.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you really do. We got 2 dogs we have to worry about. We can't just leave them sitting idle in the house.
Yes, we can.
No.
Yes, we can.
No. We got 5 cats to take care of,
I
too.
don't care about no cats. I'm not taking care of cats.
No, we have to protect the one little one.
I'm not.
Maybe maybe somebody out there can answer this question right here. All right.
Free cats till get home.
Yeah, that's not my question, but yeah, feel free if you want them. I'll send them in a shoebox to you, one by one or all together. I can squeeze them all in one box.
Don't take a video of that. You'll get some hate mail on that one.
Probably just for saying that I'll get
probably.
But anyway, so we've got like the last little litter. Well, it wasn't the last litter of kittens. What?
It wasn't?
No, I thought you heard something. What?
Oh,
look on your face. No, you ended up killing like the last litter.
It wasn't my fault.
You ran over 2 at one time.
That was not my fault.
It was when I'd had my surgery, my back surgery, a month or 2 ago, and I just happened to walk outside, and there's like 2 dead kittens in the driveway where you parked. And I'm like, you took out 2 cats just by putting it in drive.
I'm not coming out and looking for cats under my car.
I know.
When I'm ready to go to work, I'm ready to go to work.
But we had two of them.
Took a ride with me.
Well, yeah, we had 5 altogether, then 4, and then you killed the 2. So we had
Thanks.
2.
Now I'm getting the hate
mail. You're a
mail.
murderer. So then we had
Don't be under my car.
So they were still small, but I finally got them to where they were coming to me. I could pet them, everything. I'm talking little. And then one day, but they were just big enough to climb, I guess, in your car, or whatever. So just like one day they were gone. So all I know is they hitched a ride in your car and got flung out somewhere. I don't know.
Somewhere.
Hate that. But all right, the litter, I know we're white trash. If I'm talking about how many litters of cats we've had.
It's not our fault. We did not ask for these cats.
No. We've never had a cat.
Never.
We've told this story for 26 years. Well, we've had Smokey as the one I named her. I guess that was 2 years ago now. So at least 24 years. Every dog we've ever had out here has never seen a cat. Because, neighbors don't even have cats out here. But anyway, so this one wandered up. Long story short, we got kittens, and then we had more kittens, and they just multiplied. Anyway, the point I'm getting to, the litter before last, 2 of them survived, I guess you'd say, out of that. And so now one of them is a full size. I can still tell it's young, but it's a full size cat. Its sister is not even half the size of that cat.
I thought you said it's a boy.
The big one's a boy.
Oh, I got it backwards
then.
I thought
black
the
one
little one.
Yeah, the little one
was
yeah.
a boy.
So the little one is not even half the size. It is. You would think they're 2 litters. That's what you would think.
So,
but they're brother and sister, and yeah, it's like a
munchkin.
Yeah, I call it itty bitty because it's so small, but it is so weird. So is this normal? Is something wrong with the cat? Is it just not hit its growth spurt? I mean, I don't know. Other than it being small, everything on it is fine. And it's friendly. But it's just weird.
It's not friendly to me.
Well, no.
They run when I come out.
But the other one is the one that Nicholas called me one morning a week or so ago, and he said, hey, one of the cats is stuck in a tree. So I'm thinking, the way Nicholas is, he's going to want to get the fire department out here because this cat's climbed up this tree. But no, there's a fork in the tree, and the cat somehow had slid in between it, like, so its belly was hung in between it.
And I said, what'd I say?
I don't know.
If it got in there, it can get out.
Well, apparently not.
Well, that's its problem.
So when he got back home, when he went to school, he heard it meowing and went up there to it. Now, I'm wondering, I can't remember now if he said he heard it meowing before he left.
You told me before he left he heard it too.
Okay. So he heard it meowing, but he didn't think anything about it. When he got back 2 or 3 hours later, it was still meowing. And the thing, it couldn't move its back end. There's no telling. That cat could have been stuck like that for hours and hours. And so he was needing me. If he couldn't get it, he's going to have to wait till I got home from work to get it. But it had lost all of its feeling in its hind legs and all. He finally got, and the thing was mean too. I could hear it on the phone when he got close. It was doing this little.
How'd it go?
I was about to do it.
Do
and
it. Do it.
I'm not.
That ain't how you do it. Jody and his son.
Is that not it?
That's
like,
exactly it.
But I told him to get a glove and all this kind of, or something. I said, just push its hind end up, over, and so he ended up getting it, and he said it hit the ground hard. I mean, it was, head high, so 5 or 6 feet high. But it basically drug itself off because it didn't have it. But the thing still, it's been a week and a half, and it's still walking funny, so I guess it did something permanent to it. I don't know, but I bet that was terrible, being stuck in a tree and then losing feeling, and that cat would have died. You realize that now. So how many animals in the wild do you think weird things like that happen to that they die?
All the time.
I've seen pictures of, 2 buck deers that get in a fight and get their antlers stuck together and they can't get loose and they end up dying. Stuff like that. Or get caught in the fence and all that.
Right.
So you just thought we got talking about animals and I just started. You may talk some more?
No, I don't. I want to go watch
the talk about the video I got of the doe that tried to jump over the fence and didn't quite make it, got hung up in it, and did all kinds of...
I want to go watch the
middle. I could post that video.
Do
you remember that video?
The middle. No. We got to finish the middle.
All right, I guess we've only got like 3 episodes left, right? And it's over.
Sure how many.
And then we'll start it over from the beginning because I never started watching it from the beginning. Everybody that's listening to this knows that we've talked about
Everybody knows. I started it.
Hold on. Let's talk about Teacup. Isn't that the name of it?
Yeah.
Is it on Peacock?
Teacup is on Peacock.
Yeah. Oh, I say Peacock. That's what you say.
Is that how a peacock goes?
No, that's how a chicken goes or whatever. But if you slowed it down, they would be saying peacock.
Oh, okay.
See?
And that's a chicken sound?
Yeah. It's not I don't think a peacock. I don't know what let me research that and I'll get back. Next week, I will do a peacock sound for you.
Stay tuned for the peacock sound. Oh, my gosh.
What? Peacock.
Oh.
You get it? You finally understand?
I did the first time.
It's like you're blushing over there for some reason.
I'm not blushing.
Well, you act like it.
No.
So this is like a scary, not a thriller. What is it?
Weird.
Suspenseful?
Yeah.
Maybe?
I don't know. Oh, the guy got jerked down in the basement yesterday, didn't it? Oh,
yeah, thanks for giving that away to people that haven't seen it.
They don't know. They don't.
All right, so if you want to watch Teacup, that's on don't listen, because we're going to talk about the first 3 episodes. And it did say... Yeah.
I thought we was getting off.
We were, but not now. It only take 2 minutes. Anyway, it's just this family. They live on this farm or whatever. Something kind of weird happens. I don't really remember what. Something happens to the little boy.
They catch that fly in the cup. Or the bug or something, remember? And then...
That don't mean anything, though. They let it out. Anyway, the boy...
I think that means something.
I don't know. Anyway, so their young son wanders off into the woods looking for a goat, their pet goat that wandered off. And something happens to him, and he comes back. It's almost like somebody... He keeps saying there's a man inside of him, in his head, or something like that. Anyway, next thing you know, there's a guy in a car that comes down their long driveway and parks, and he gets out and he's got a gas mask on and a gun and a spray canister, and he paints a line down all the way down the driveway.
But it's not straight. It's not a straight line.
Well, oh my goodness.
So it's weird now when people come up.
Well, it's like if you bent over and started walking and you're spraying the ground, it's not going to be straight. You might be trying.
I mean, he went way over here on that one part
Whatever.
and then come back like
Whatever.
this.
Whatever.
I think it's got something to do with
Okay.
it.
So anyway, he's boxed them in apparently. This line that he has spray painted,
Well, he said he wasn't there to hurt him. He was there to help him.
he holds up a sign.
Yeah, something.
He ain't talking. He holds up a sign that tells them don't cross the line or whatever like that. Well, we find out a little while later if you cross the line, you basically
You're in trouble.
you like burn up, melt,
Don't
disintegrate.
say nothing else. That's all they need to know.
It's very weird. Not real great.
Why are we watching it?
But we're trying to, you know how those movies are that you, or series is that you, it takes 2, 3, the 4th episode and then finally it starts getting good?
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping for. I think I can go one more episode, and if it don't really... I don't like the fact that the guy went, they're looking for, like, survivors. They went to, like, their neighbor's farm, and they found out everybody that lives there is dead, like, laying around, Somebody has shot all of them. Yet he goes in the house, and the basement door is open, and he keeps going, hello, hello, and he starts walking towards the basement. Why are you even doing that? And then he gets dragged down there by something that comes out of the shadows. Just stupid stuff like that. I'm like, use your common sense. I know it's a movie, but I'm thinking if you're going to make a movie, make it a little bit more like common sense stuff, right?
Yeah.
Just like if I had a guy with a gas mask that showed up and drawing the line that night.
I'm going to shoot you.
Well, no, that night.
Get off my property.
All the kids aren't sleeping in beds separate from the parents, and they're just acting like nothing's going on. Well, good night, honey. See you in the morning, that kind of thing. No, we're all ganged up together in one room, and I got all my arsenal of weapons, and we're hunkered down. So.
Hunkered down.
Yeah.
Woo! That one was
Tart.
Sour. That was yeller.
All right, so that's my 2 cents worth for teacup on. All right. We got to go. It's time to go eat and watch the middle. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Sorry once again we weren't here last week. We'll try harder. I guess I'm just going to apologize every week. Every Monday from now on. Except for this one, because this one might come out here on a Friday, here in a few minutes.
No.
Why? You want this one to come out Monday?
Yes.
You don't want to record again?
I don't know. That's why I said no. If you don't take me to the Little Debbie Park, I'm not recording.
All right then. See y'all Monday.
Exactly.
Appreciate you listening. We'll catch you on the
flip side.